going for it?
Ow, ow, ow.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Because I'm not doing anything. Good job. Relax, Rehan. Relax. Relax.
Hi everyone, today I am going to get chipped. I'm going to get an implant in my hand, and I was very fascinated by the idea that what will happen to the humanity of the future when it's chipped, and I think majority eventually will have to have one. I don't know anybody from Pakistan who has ever done this before, so it's very exciting for me. I would love to find out if anybody has done it, and today I'm in Sweden. It was on my bucket list to get this done, so once I do this, I hear I don't need to have a train ticket in my hand, I don't need attendance fingerprints, I can just touch it. It might also have an NFC, so I can talk to my Alexa, talk to my phone, and through my finger, by touching I can set up certain commands. And I can't get a new chip in my head, so I don't have to talk so much. So let's see when that time comes, but for now I'm going to get a chip in my hand, so let's see how this goes. So I'm at the calm place where calmly they will pierce my hand and we'll get a chip. Let's go inside and have a look. So पाकिस्तान में बॉडी पियर्सिंग नहीं होती, हम एक बॉडी पियर्सिंग शॉप में हैं और यहाँ पे इसकी कीमतें लिखी हैं और हमें पता चलेगा कि क्या क्या होता है. Yes boss. So what are those? Or nib?
This one
Yeah.
is this.
Okay.
Öra, brosk, it's up here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Näsvinge. Like that.
Nose. Okay.
Nose. Ögonbryn. Here.
Oh, okay.
Septum vet inte jag det. It's like you have. It's here.
Okay.
Navel. The navel, it's the
Okay.
same. Bröstvårta, it's the nipple.
Okay.
Tang.
Okay. Ew.
Har du tungan?
Nej.
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 Tongue web. Where's that?
And the frenum under the tongue, staying in on the tongue.
Okay. And we have lips. Smiley. Where's that?
It's the frenum under the front lip.
Okay. Bridge.
Here.
Okay. Chin and anywhere?
Yeah.
In the
basically.
cheek? Yeah. Anchor, where's that?
Something like this.
Oh.
You can put them on here. These flat surfaces, forehead, and so on if you
Yeah.
want to.
And genital could be anywhere also.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Genital.
What is the most expensive one?
It's it depends on the jewelry actually. So if you have a genital piercings, it's $11.95 plus the jewelry. So it all depends on what type of jewelry you put in. If you want gold, for example, the jewel and something really big, it could cost several thousands or 10,000s of kroner.
Okay.
So it really depends. But the most basic one maybe is like 300 kroner, 400, something like that.
And then you will look beautiful like this guy.
Exactly.
So my paperwork is being filled up, and the one he's going to put in me has an LED light on it, and it's going to light up when I use it. So हम चाय के साथ हैं और चाय आज पिलाएंगे नहीं बल्कि मेरे अंदर इम्प्लांट करेंगे और चाय खुद भी बहुत सारी जगह pierced है. Do you have an implant yourself?
Yeah, I
Oh,
have an
wow.
implant over here.
There's one.
Yeah, these are big ones. These are silicones, they're just aesthetic, but I have a RFID over there.
Wow, how do you get this inside?
Same way as you make breast augmentation.
Oh,
You open
have
the
it-
skin over there,
Oh.
You make room for the implant. You place the implant and you suture
And
the
you
hole.
designed it around your tattoo, or you had?
No, I had the implants first and then the tattoo,
tattoo,
but I had to take 2 out because they were in the way for my training. I compete in kettlebells.
I don't know what that is.
Kettlebells is a big cannonball with a handle. You've seen them.
Okay.
Russian training tool.
Okay.
Guaranteed
And
you've
did you
seen.
have modified your teeth also?
Yeah, I have extended my 3s.
Wow, and the tongue?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Is it painful? I mean, did you have to get a surgery for that?
Yeah, like I told you before, everything we do here is painful. So you basically cut the tongue in half and you suture the sides. But nowadays it's easier because we have numbing creams that can take care of the edge of the problem, so it's not that bad.
The implant which I get, what is that? What would it do for
The
me?
implants you signed up for today is the Disruptive 356. It's the first NFC implant that is actually made for humans. Because all of the other implants, like this for instance, everybody thinks it's for humans, but it's basically for livestock marking from the beginning. But since it's a MyFair, the operation system is MyFair, and that's what we use for all key locks. Your business, your credit cards, your phones, Apple Pay, and everything works with the same system, so you can implement it to work what we want it to do instead. But the ones you're getting today is that's the first one that is actually made for humans. So it's got a bigger antenna, because for livestock you're using a rather big tool to check the ID. But what we want to use it for, like door systems and stuff like that, they're the opposites. You have a big antenna in the card, and since these implants are so small, you can't have that big of an antenna. So the Disruptive system, they are larger, they're a little longer than the usual implant, but you have 2 times the antenna. And these ones also have a cute little LED light that blinks when you're, well, with magnetic fields.
How long does that last?
The implant itself?
The battery, or
There's no battery.
the LED?
The LED is basically forever. I think it has over 2,000 shining hours, and you're gonna use like a second of it at a time. There's no batteries in the NFC.
How does the light
Energy harvesting. So it takes energy from the reader that you put against too, so that collects through sort of air magnetic induction. It collects the energy it needs, and when it's got the energy it needs, it writes its code. So it's not transmitting anything, it's writing. That's basically, so it's a dead implant other than that. So it just collects the energy it needs and it bursts out and sends your specific code. And your code is accepted by the reader. The reader then contacts the data bank. The data bank tells you if, well, yeah, you can let this person in, and sends the code back to the reader, and the reader does the job. So it opens the door. That's how to, pardon my French, dumb it down. So it's basically just, for instance, if you're Rehan, you want to get into the bar. I'm the bouncer at the bar. I have no idea who you are. You come up to me and say, "Hi, I'm Rehan. I'm supposed to come in here." I have no idea, so I contact this guy, but hey, I got Rehan over here, he wants to come in, and you say, "But yeah, he's okay, and then he tells me it's okay, and I let you in. That's how everything works.
Okay, and for Arduino, you can play. What can you design using the chip?
How do you mean design?
What is it called? Arduino, the box, the board, the Raspberry Pi.
Okay, like Raspberry or Arduino. When you design your home,
Yeah.
with different sensors,
Yeah.
okay, what kind of sensor can it interact with?
Oh, I have no idea. Now you're talking to a piercer. I just know how the hardware works. I don't know what the software around it.
Yeah,
But basically, if you have, it wouldn't be a problem if you had like a Google Home or an Apple Home. You just need the right reader.
Yeah, exactly. And there are some different readers. Do you have a Samsung phone?
No.
Okay, so we cannot do NFC.
Of course we can. The iPhone has it too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can check it out what it is.
Yeah, okay. Like mine is quite new.
Yeah.
But we talked about the livestock earlier. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my very old chip with me. It's 20 years old and it's the size of a thumbnail about.
It's a bigger one.
Yeah.
The old paraline coated ones.
Probably.
Yeah. Softer, not glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like plastic.
Yeah, it's paraline coating. Paraline is basically a inert silicone coating that was developed for pacemakers. So it's the coating around the pacemaker. But we can see if we can scan your chip. Trouble finding your chip. There we have it. You have no records on it.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's boring.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you should have records on it so it actually says something when you. I can't find mine. Of course, because I have records on mine.
I thought it would be fun.
There we have it. The only thing I have on mine, I have my Instagram. And my V card. That was one of the selling points that people have. But you can have your V card on that. It was like, who the fuck uses V cards nowadays? You have a business card, you have a social media, you have your LinkedIn, so you can also add that. I think in this app you can add your LinkedIn, so you can scan your hand. What I used to have was in the beginning when I got mine, it was like 4 years ago. I had a trigger URL that took people to a German gay porn site. So that was my can I scan your chip above? Yeah, of course you can. So when you're in a bar and all of a sudden on their phone a German porn site shows up, like, oh no, what are you doing? Like, well, you asked to scan me, it wasn't the opposite way around. But then I started working with Epicenter and all of those guys, and they started contacting and they wanted to scan the chip, so I couldn't be much stand on stage at the SIME convention, and they're scanning my chip. And gay porn, like, I'm all for gay people, but I used it as a fun joke.
The things you see there, you print those here, that data. But the thing is, I have an old iPhone with no NFC, so that doesn't work, but you could do it from any phone.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can do it.
What's the most common use of the chip?
Door passageways.
Door passage.
Yeah.
So it just opens the doors for you.
Opens the door. I connected mine to one of my gyms. Oh, well, nowadays both of them, but the other gym uses Bluetooth now. And I have it to my laundry room. So when I book times for laundry.
So how do I put in my attendance card on my chip?
That's a harder problem.
Or a door opener chip. Or
door opener. Well, the thing is, you don't put any of that info on the chip. What you do is that you add your chip. Exactly. So you just add another key to.
So the gym guy has to do it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
if I go to a hotel and they have a chip, I said, okay, instead of a card, here's my hand.
You can put your hand there instead. I've tried this. There's not a lot of hotels that are up for it. The Hilton in Amsterdam, though, they were up for it. So I actually paid 200 euros more for a room just to have that event because
it's amazing.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah.
And you had the whole hotel staff over there because they worked in the elevators and everything.
Oh wow!
But that also depends on how new the systems are at the places.
Hotel, yeah.
Because if it's an old system, it doesn't generate enough power for your chip to catch on to it and write its code.
Got it.
The new one, though, should be better.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Over here.
So it takes like 1 minute?
Oh, no. Faster than that. 1 minute. No. Come on. We're talking about 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay.
So, Rehan, please
sit
have
down.
a seat. Yeah, please have a seat. And I will just do this. Where are you getting your implant? Where do you want to put?
Where should I? I want it as visible as possible.
Yeah, then I would suggest you put it between the index finger and the thumb.
Okay.
You're right-handed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do the left?
Yeah, and that's not because of the feel, it's basically how to play around with it later. Because if you're right-handed, the readers on the iPhone is on top here. So it's going to be easy for you to do this if you want to install stuff on your phone. Instead of mine, I have mine over here because I have all the readers was on the right side. So now, as you've seen, every time I have to scan it, I have to twist my hand. And through this line of skin, the blinking LED light is going to be more visible. The blinking LED light though, it's gonna take a while until you see it because the skin will swell up when we perform the implant today. And it has to settle and mature, so all the swelling, all the fluids and everything is out, and then you're gonna see the blinking light. But it's not gonna blink like an iPhone flash, of course. It's gonna... It's a subtle blink. The shine is amber, so it's basically gonna look like ET phone home, but Rehan phone home.
Okay.
Am I pronouncing your name right, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Employed by the UAE government, so try to make Dubai
More happy?
More happy.
Happiness hack, that's something I need to learn. This is going to pop up at the gates?
No.
No. Okay.
The gates don't have NFC readers.
Okay.
And the thing is, you need to be within reading distance, and reading distance is 20 millimeters.
Okay.
So even if people like, oh, they're gonna track you, the only way someone can track you with this is if they're within 20 millimeters of your hand. And I think you're gonna see them coming if they're walking
Hopefully.
behind you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know I sound like a douche sometimes, but I've been through this so many times. Yeah.
So why are people protesting not to get them? What's the deal there?
Same thing as an internet fluke.
So if I wanted to say help 100,000 people get
this chip,
not disruptive, but the Chinese one, yeah. Would it cost like $2 a chip?
Probably less.
Probably.
If you're up in those quantities of chip, what I would suggest is contact a veterinary supplier because they can get it, but they're not gonna say something cool. They're gonna say animal ID.
Right.
Well,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But something that says animal ID usually scares people.
Right. But say we do like a hackathon in Pakistan of what do you call it? The body hackathon? What did you call it?
Yeah, we call it
biohacking.
Biohacking. So we do a biohack event.
Yeah.
And we get everybody to get one, like we have in Sweden sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just cleaning your area. That's what we did in Dubai.
Okay. You got chipped? You chipped people?
Yeah, but I only chipped like 10.
Oh. Most people were scared?
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's only...
Did you chip the Amir?
Huh? Sahir?
Did you
the Amir prince? The prince? No. I saw the prince from a distance though, but they wouldn't let me near him. But if you're chipping a lot of people, the cost doesn't have to be high at all. It's basically super low. The reason we have our prices here is 1, we're the only ones who have the disruptive chip. 2, we have all this to pay for. So that's why our prices are what they are.
You have to stay in the Hilton when you go to Amsterdam.
Yeah, exactly. You know about that cost? Let's make a little trash station over here. And if you want someone to chip people in Pakistan, you got my number.
Okay.
I've never been to Pakistan.
You're welcome. We can do a biohack.
I worked with 10th Mountain from Pakistan.
What's that?
10th Mountain is a military. I'm an ex-UN peacekeeper, so I've been to Kosovo 3 times, and on my second tour they had staff from 10th Mountain there.
Mentor people. I know people who are. I know one of my ex-guys wanted to open a tattoo shop in Pakistan, and I told him I'll fund it if you open one, and I'll introduce you to my network. And if somebody wants to start a business with you back over there for tattooing or piercing, piercing is very common.
I know, that's what I was coming to. We actually have taken a lot of from Pakistani and Indian culture with placements on the piercings, because you guys have been doing it forever.
Yeah.
So a lot of the placements you see of nostril piercings here, they're directly taken from that.
So we have a lot. I mean, almost every kid, a girl kid, gets pierced at the ear and the nose. But the rest of the stuff which you guys do, it's kind of freaks people out. One of my reasons to make a lot of video of you is so that they can freak out as much as they want, and then they can kindly digest
Just adapt to it.
Well, digest it, because whenever you see something very different you've never seen before, it's going
Especially
to...
for the first time. I remember the first time I saw a tongue piercing was on TV.
Yeah.
And that's what made me want to become a piercer.
Oh, okay.
It was the first docu-soap. It was called The Real World London. It was on MTV. Back in the days when MTV played music. And they had maybe one show a week that wasn't music. Now it's the opposite way around.
Right.
Okie dokie. Are we ready for the trip?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Don't make me scream.
Yeah. Can't promise you anything, but we'll try to avoid it. My 2.5-year-old daughter is out there. Don't scare her.
So they come in a syringe.
Yeah. They're preloaded in a syringe.
Can I have a look? Ah, that's big! What?
Bad joke coming? That's what she said. Is he always like this? It's not gonna be that bad. I'm gonna be... Can we begin? So, first of all, I'm just aiming. Relax your hand, Rehan. No, relax it. Now you're contortion. Spread your fingers. There we go. And relax.
Oh, it's painful. Is your
Relax. Relax your hand. There we go.
You mean spread it?
No, you...
Ow, that's a vein. That's a vein you're holding on. It's like squeezing.
So the implant today is going to be 6,000 crowns. Yeah, I'm pushing your vein away from...
Ow, 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 ow.
We're going for it?
Ow, ow, ow.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Because I'm not doing anything wrong. Good job. Relax, Rehan. Relax. Relax your hand. Relax it. There we go. How are you feeling? This is the first time you've been quiet since you came in here.
I think it's okay, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'm just feeling the implant. There it is. You okay? I'm gonna put a band-aid over it so you don't bleed out. Talk to me, Rehan. Say something funny.
You've been through worse, right? Is this something you would like your kids to do? Yeah.
It's up to them.
So you're still thinking about chipping 1,000 Pakistanis?
100,000.
100,000. You feeling okay?
Yeah.
You're not dizzy? You're not feeling faint?
No.
Perfect. I'm just holding your hand to get the adhesive to stick. Good job.
Great. Now you're part of the community.
Should throw it in the other way. Yeah, it's just inside you.
Okay. Now I'm a robot. And
You start controlling you.
there you go. And Chai has shipped me. Thank you, Chai, for this.
Thank you for the show of trust.
Yeah.
We
And
met a couple of minutes ago, and already you trusted me to put a
yeah,
syringe in
and
your
I
hand.
fainted, and he had to like wake me up and everything. And no, I'm just kidding. So this is how it looks like after the chipping part. It's just like after you give blood, and it will allow me to talk to my phone. It will allow me to talk to my Rehan AI and do fun stuff with it. So let's see what happens. If anybody wants to get chipped and he's in Sweden, he can come to Chai. Or if you want to start a biohack in Pakistan, please contact Chai and Andrish, and we will help you start a biohack. This should cost around $2, 500 rupees to do, if you do it in bulk. So if somebody wants to do this, let me know, and I'll help you do it. First 500 chips on me. Take care.